What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Rex Righteous, and I'm back with another rap rant. Alright, so this one's gonna be about Eddie Hearn. I think you guys need to turn into that 30-minute interview that Eddie Hearn had with like a bunch of media. So there was a bunch of media at the DAZN fight for Rungzi Vai and Strata, which was an amazing fight, and I have to look back. I actually have it queued up so I can make a post-fight review. But for now, I'm gonna touch on some of these subjects, which comes to the heavyweight division and what was said and what was not said. So, Luis Ortiz supposedly went back on his word on what he said to Eddie Hearn. Let's check out what he said. Let's get some of the quotes from his team, because I from what I heard, he was backtracking or whatever. So the cool thing about this is that I think that Eddie Hearn is still understanding the landscape of the heavyweight division, so he knows that he's gonna need these guys in the future. He can't tell them to go screw himself. He has to continue to negotiate with these people, and I think that at times Luis Ortiz is playing games. He's also trying to figure out what's going on with the future for his fight with Wilder. So I feel like there's a little bit of some dice rolling and some, talking and figuring out what is it that people want out of these fights. Luis Ortiz probably would like to make a fight with Joshua, but I think he wants to just make his money and get out. But at the same time, there's also this stuff going on where who else does Eddie Hearn have? Like, who else is he gonna make the fight with? Plus, in such little time, there's no actual people that are willing to take that fight and be able to give him a run for his money. So let's see what was said. Wow, this looks like a lot. So okay. I'm around Lewis every day. If we're saying we're ready, take the money in the fight. You accept the fucking offer, and make Eddie show you a contract saying it's real. For now, we will continue training because we are always in the gym. Hopefully, Wilder does his job against Brazil, and we get the rematch later this year. But let me be clear, this is Lewis' exact place on this subject. If Eddie shows us a real contract with no games, we will gladly take the fight, whether June 1 or after that. So, yeah, there was a lot said here. So I'm reading that. Okay, there was a lot said here. Definitely need to tune into this article. So I was going more off of the quotes of Eddie Hearn, because I know that he's replying to this. Okay, so I didn't read this, but I know that his position probably hasn't changed, whether he's changing his words or not. I know that his position hasn't changed. He's not taking the money. They're not going with Ortiz. Joshua's moving on. That's the point of, what was happening with the negotiation and the contract. But basically, Eddie doesn't believe Luis Ortiz. He doesn't believe him and what he is willing to do, because he made a very good point. He said that basically, if Luis Ortiz is putting himself in position to rematch Wilder, then what is Wilder doing to make the fight with Joshua? You see what I mean? This is the point right here. Whatever the negotiations they had before Joshua Wilder, whatever the money negotiations they had before, they're still trying to tweak it and move it and turn it to the upside for Wilder, because they know that when Joshua comes to America, he's got slim pickings over here. Besides Luis Ortiz, besides Wilder. You know what I'm saying? The whole point of Joshua fighting at this day and age is basically to unify. When you have all those titles, what are you gonna do? You know, he's not Canelo, and I'm not trying to down Joshua, but he's just not that popular on this side of the world. So how can you become more popular? By coming over here and defeating the biggest known heavyweight in this country. So like I said, he doesn't believe Luis Ortiz. He's like, yo, what the hell's going on? Whatever. So they're trying to move on, but he's saying that he's willing to negotiate with Ortiz again. I want to know what you guys think about this, because it just seems like something is never going to be done between these two this year. I feel like there's going to be more negotiations, but who knows at this point with Joshua? I mean, who knows? And is it worth it to have all those titles and you just chilling, just waiting for competition? Like, I don't know, man. I feel like Wilder needs to step up, see what he can do, and I want to hear what he has to say when all his press conferences come closer to his fight in June. So he's gonna have more to say. I want to hear what Wilder has to say. I don't feel like Ortiz should be in the playing field anymore. I really don't, because Joshua's already trying to make his splash in America. That's not Wilder's problem, but at the same time, you know, who else can Joshua fight here and make a big splash after whoever he fights, which I think it's gonna be Andy. I think his name is Andy Ruiz or something like that. So yeah, man. That's kind of troubling, man. It's really troubling that they don't have somebody that they could line him up with. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. So I want to know what you guys think. Obviously, there's always more when it comes to the heavyweight division, when it comes to the whole world and stuff like that, because there's always Usyk and, you know, there's always things you can do, you know. But we're talking about the American landscape of the heavyweight division, you know. So wrong place, wrong time, maybe. I don't know. But at this point, it's looking like Wilder might have another good year if he continues to, you know, move on pace and he doesn't get derailed by somebody like Tyson Fury, you know, and he comes in and derails something where, you know, they make the fight themselves and they just fight here in America. But I don't see Fury making that kind of move just yet. You know, he's kind of quiet right now, and he's just making his moves with his next fight, which isn't a big fight either. But I want to know what you guys think. Are you understanding what can happen here if Wilder was to continue to win here? Because I feel like I want to know if you guys agree. Like, do you think Wilder is gonna have a better year now that the fight is over between Joshua and Big Baby, or is it the same charade as always? Well, all right, guys, that's it. That's all I have. Until next time, man. Let's try to keep boxing alive. Stay up.
So it's burning me lips, a shepherd to the sheep, a paternity test. We show that I'm your father, boy, learn some respect. You feel that? That's my foot on your motherfucking chest. I swear I wrote the book on how to come for your neck. Pull your card, your numbers up, crumble your deck. What's a lion to a dinosaur? Call me Righteous Rex.